mother's across the street and she's falling over. I didn't know what happened. I ran home, right? I get home. Gogo, uma ulimele, Gogo, uma ulimele. My grandmother's like, what do you mean? Calm down. Ngiyakhala, I'm hysterical. And I told the story and everything. My mother got shot right in front of me, right? What is my point? I was exposed to something that changed my picture of the world forever. Because Ngane, you want to maintain as much of your innocence as possible. Your parents want to keep as much of your innocence for as long as possible. You want to dream as far as you can. You believe in Santa Claus and all of these things. Ama-tooth fairy, but to me that was the thing, right? But that changed my reality because for about 5 minutes of my life, I wasn't sure if my mother would survive because later on I found out she got shot on the leg and she was fine. Why do I talk about my mother? She's the reason I do every single thing I do. She is what I call my why. Mandabasha, you need to have a why. So, I'm sorry. Woo. So, my mother survives. The doctor says she can't walk. You understand ukuthi umawakho umaziyo ogugayo okuhambisa esikoleni okwenzela every single thing. Now she can't walk. Now you have to assist her. Life changes. Uyakhula ungalindeli. It's not a bad thing. Okay? It's not a bad thing. My mother gets her crutches. She tells the doctor, Ndaba uthi wena uthini. I'm going to walk. I'm going to finish my degree. Ngikhuluma nawe manje. My mom's about to get her master's. Right? So imagine having an example like that and not wanting to succeed, not wanting to be the best at every single thing that you do. The story continues. My mother gets her degree at University of Zululand. We are graduated. She's the first generation in our family. I'm the second generation. So if wena uhleli lapho uyibuza ukuthi ekhaya kaze kwaba khona umuntu ofundile mina ngitshela ukuthi ngihluke ngani, you can set the tone for the rest of your family. You can change things for the rest of your family. I need you to understand something. Unomzamo said something so profound this morning, and I'm so glad I was sitting here to get all of these gems. When you are sitting here and you are listening to us share our stories, we are here to share our stories because we want you to succeed. We want you to understand ukuthi awedwa. We all have challenges along the way, right? I don't have enough time to share all my challenges, but I will share some of them and some of my successes as well. So my mother graduates, kumnandi, she's got her degree, and we're like, look, she's got the ticket. We are going to be fine. She said she was unemployed for 8 years with a qualification, with work experience, right? So everything that I ever wanted, I've always known. My mother sings, I sing, my grandfather sings. Right? However, I found out there's a school called National School of the Arts and Abo Pro Arte, and I was like, I want to go there. So I always thought I was gonna sing. And my mother was like, so you're gonna have to settle here and make do with what you have. So I finished my primary school and then I went to a school that changed my life. Lichtbron Academy of Technology. It sounds fancy, ne? It's not. It was just a normal school, but they specialize in technical subjects, so to speak. So if you want to be an engineer, you are in the best place. I felt so out of place. Wonke umuntu wayelaphana knew ukuthi ufuna ukuba yi-engineer, ufuna ukuba udokotela, because we're in the field of math, science, tech, civil engineering, you name it, you name it, you name it. So I'm at school and I'm thinking to myself, I really don't want to be here, number one. Two, I'm not good at any of these things. I was never strong in maths and science. And I was okay with it, but I had to do it, right? Because at the end of the day, I could see where I wanted to be. And I couldn't get there right now because there's no money to go to Pro Arte, there's no money to go to NSA. However, I know I want to be a performing artist. So esikoleni mehleli kube khona othi hayi bacabanga ukuthi benze i-musical. I'm like, a musical? Okay, I want to do that. So I go and I audition, and I remember I was cast as the broom. I was the broom. I was the broom. I was right at the back. I wasn't in the credits. Nobody cared. They only cared about, because we were doing Sleeping Beauty. So everybody cared about the princess with the nice dress and the long hair and the pretty face. And I was just like so excited. I got home, I was like, hey, guess what? I've been cast in the musical. Oh, okay, when's I need a musical? I'm the broom. It's a running joke, Ekaya. To this day, they laugh about that. I went from being the broom to being Simangele Mapumulo, Kayise Mthethwa, Kayise, you know? So, your beginning doesn't really matter. But here's the thing that I learned about being the broom. The broom was just as important to the production. It was just as important. And I didn't know this until I got to varsity. Luckily, I studied musical theater because I wanted to hone my skill as an actor, as a singer, and as a dancer. So I went to TUT, studied for 3 years, and then on our second year, I met a gentleman by the name of David Dennis. Ngosol City. Colored gentleman, speaks Xhosa, show of hands, you know him? Okay. So I meet him. First day, we are coming up my corridors. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, keep it together. Hi, sir, hi. My name is Sihle. I want to act. Blah, 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 blah. He's like, oh, sendaweni right mntanami ngena lapha siseklasini sizofundisa. I wasn't aware that he was about to be my lecturer. We walk into class and he says, there are no small roles, only small actors. I'm like, huh? There are no small what? I mean, I want to be a star. I want to be the lead. The story must be about me. He's like, there are no small roles, but small actors. Thank you. Why am I saying this? I was a broom and I was excited about being the broom. But now because I had a little bit more information about the industry, now I want to be a star. But I haven't paid my dues. I haven't worked, I haven't done the work. I study, I finish my diploma, and I get my first job. Guess how much I got paid for my first job? 500. Close. I used to get paid 1,500 Rand per week. Hold on. Ungababazi yet, angaqedi. Before tax. An actor, an independent contractor gets taxed 25%. Yeah? But can I tell you what? I didn't give up. I did that for an entire year before I landed my first gig, which was Lion King. So that's 2011. 2011, I moved to Singapore and I am in the Lion King. So now I'm going from getting paid 1,500 Rand a week to getting paid in dollars. Life is good now, right? No. It's not. This is the thing, guys. I'm telling you this because I want you to realize, Uguti, our industry is very unpredictable. Some days you will get a good gig, some days you will not get such a good gig. You know what I mean? But you treat it with the same integrity that you will treat the smaller gig. We will hold Enomzamo up to a greater respect because why? She's on a bigger show. But umuntu on a smaller show, you won't. Why? They are doing just as much work. Their call time is still 5, 6 a.m. in the morning. They rap at 6 p.m. in the evening. Do you get what I'm saying? So there are no small parts. There are none. Lakshin Baiskop has launched some of the biggest careers in this country. So you always have to start somewhere, okay? Fine, Lion King happens, life is great, i-contract iyaphela. I come back home, anginamsebenzi, nobody knows me, I have an agent, but things aren't going well. Anginayo ngisho indawo yokuhlala unless I go back home to Mpumalanga. So I speak to a friend and I'm like, listen, I need a place to stay. My agent says I need to be in Joburg because I can't travel back and forth. It's about 2.5 hours, 3 hours between the Emelo and Negori. So my friend is like, no, it's fine. You can stay with me for 3 months and find your feet. I went to at least 26 auditions and I didn't get a single job. 26 auditions. So now, I'm getting a no, after a no, after a no, after a no, after a no. When are you willing to give up? Would you have quit at 10? 11? Some quit at 3. They go to 3 auditions. I say, hey, 7 left. Do you get what I'm saying, right? 26 auditions. And then I went to one casting where they'd seen me at least 5 times. And the guy was like, listen, sweetheart, you're great, you're talented, but nobody knows you. That's your problem. Nobody knows you. Because here's a reality of our industry, and this is how it happens actually across the board. It's not just entertainment. People work with people that they trust because they know if I'm gonna take a gamble on you, I need to know that you're gonna deliver. So if you're not gonna deliver, I can't take that risk. So I was like, okay, so what do I do? Like, I have the experience and I'm hungry and I have the passion. And they said to me, I don't know, but that's your problem. Nobody knows you, so nobody's willing to take a bet on you. Okay. And then a friend of mine is like, yes, go nalento idols, Zilena, ban. And I'm like, idols? Yo, manje mingabimba in front of the whole country. Everyone's gonna know. And I went and I auditioned and I stood in a queue. I think there was 5,000 people in that queue, and I stood in that queue and I was like, I am going to make this work. I auditioned for Idols. I make it to Sun City. And I get a compliment from one of the biggest judges, Randall. He actually contributed a lot to my success. That clip, because you just remembered, right? Because you saw that clip, right? And I make it to the top 18 and I'm like, whoa, okay, now things are gonna pop. I'm like, yo, now I've made it. Listen, people are gonna call me. And then I fell out of the competition and nobody called me. Nobody called, nobody wanted to work with me, nobody was booking me, nothing. I had to start from scratch, yet again. I audition. I think I went to at least another 30 auditions until I landed my first TV gig. It was Ndaba. Who remembers Ndaba, the first telenovela in South Africa? I joined the cast right at the end. And I'm thinking, okay, this is my big break. Ndaba ended. Nobody called me. Once again, I audition. It took me a good 2 years to land another TV gig, which was Uzan. Right? Moved here 2014 and officially got adopted by KZN. So mina ngingane yala by association. So I come to KZN, I'm hungry, I'm exhausted because I'm away from home. I'm 6 hours drive to my mom. And I work my butt off. I sound like the people from here. Why? Because I'm Ngenkonzile and I wanted to tell your story authentically. Thank you. I appreciate that. So no, I'm actually from Mpumalanga. I'm from KZN because they adopted me. You know, people laugh and I'm like, but that's the truth. I was adopted by KZN. So last year, here is where it gets very interesting. I get called into the office and I get told, unfortunately, we're gonna need to kill your character. And I'm like, huh? What? Yeah, we're gonna have to kill your character. So this is the end of the road. And the media came. And the newspapers wrote, and there were stories, and there were stories, and there were stories, and there were stories. I packed my bags, I moved back home. I started looking for a place in Joburg again, and I started rebuilding. Few weeks after I left Durban, I started doing a theatre show in Cape Town, and it was lovely to be back on stage because I love theatre as well. I've done a lot of other things in between, but we'll talk about that on another day. And I get back to Joburg after, I think it was around April this year. And I go to auditions yet again. And I go to audition after audition after audition after audition after audition. I think I went to at least 10 auditions before I landed The Herd. Who's watching The Herd? Yay! Yay! Okay, so what is my point? Every single time something happens, whether to you or someone around you that affects you, negatively, positively, it depends on how you look at it. Right now, I am on 2 primetime shows on one of the biggest channels in South Africa. But I wouldn't have gotten there if I had given up after they killed my character. If I had given up after I got back from The Lion King and the contract had ended. If I had given up after Idols, after falling off and not making top 10. No one is coming to save you, Bantabasha. No one is coming to save you. We can preach, we can share our stories, we can drop gems, we can drop bombs, we can drop the mic, but it's not gonna help if you don't want it badly enough. You are writing notes, you are taking videos, you are taking pictures, but are you applying it? You guys need to apply yourselves to every single thing that you do and know that it's never, ever going to be easy. I think the problem is with what we do is it looks so glamorous, right? The outfits are nice, the makeup is on fleek, and the pictures we post are so great. However, we don't post everything else, right? Because we're in the social media era. But the truth of the matter is, there's a whole lot of work that needs to be put in before you get to that moment where you're like, oh, okay, I can see now, there's progress, right? So I need you to understand something today and take this home with you. Hard work will beat talent when talent fails to work hard. I've worked with some of the most talented people in this country. My goodness, when I met Sihle for the first time, I was just like, wow. So much talent. I've seen him on stage, I've seen him on TV, do so many different characters, and I was just like, wow, I was blown away. But another thing that blew me away, his work ethic. He gets there, he is prepared, he is running lines, he is doing whatever it is that is necessary for him to get the job done. And that is his secret. I spoke to him, I was like, but how have you sustained a career for so long? And he was like, he never stops learning. He never stops growing. So I think instant gratification. We always think, okay, just because I've landed this gig, I've made it, I'm sorted for life. You are never sorted for life. You are never going to be sorted for life. You need to continue learning. Umam Nunu said the same thing this morning. If you are not learning, you are dying. Nomzamo said it. If you are not learning, you are dying. But it doesn't matter ukuthi unayo yonke le information la ekhanda. But awuyisebenzisi. Another thing is find a team. Angazi noma niyayazi lento yama-celebrity, yama-team. No, your team. But for me, I don't have a team. I'm my own team. My team is God. My team is God. My team is my mom. My team is my friends, right? So, your team, you need to start identifying who your team is. Be it your family, your friends, colleagues, mentors, teachers, whatever. That is your team. So a team is not just umuntu omqashile ukuthi ngicela ungisize ngento ethile ngecampaign ethile. No. Your team is your people that are constantly surrounding you, constantly helping you, constantly guiding you. Siyazwana, guys. Right? So invest in a team. And when I say invest, I say this. Invest in your team as in spend time with them. Get coaching sessions. So if you don't have a mentor, get one. And a mentor, guys, doesn't need to be a celebrity. It doesn't need to be a public figure. A mentor can be your pastor. A mentor can be your teacher. This is just someone to help you and guide you. Says one. Are we still here? Cool. The reason why I'm saying this is we want instant gratification, we want things now, we want it now. But there's a lot of work that goes into it. So indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili, get your team together, get your friends together, get your family together, and work together on whatever it is. My time is up. My time is up. So, get your team together. My mother always said to me, Uguti, when a child is born, and this is something I carry with me every single day. When a child is born, they are born with their hand like this. Have you guys seen that? Have you seen babies? They all have a hand like this. Do you know why? Because we've all got our own gifts, right? My gift is the arts. Find out what your gift is and don't give up on it. Fight. Fight until you have absolutely nothing left. Because nobody's gonna fight for you. And because God knows ukuthi yena wayekupheni. Are we good? Are we good? Are we gonna fight? Cool. Nomzama's gonna come up now. Yes, we're gonna do the Q&A. But before you guys go, I know you guys are going to probably ask industry-related questions. Can I ask you to come back tomorrow for the industry-related questions?
You sure? Oh, yes.
Yes. So,
Open the floor.
so we're going to open the floor for questions, but the industry-related ones, for tomorrow, because we're going to have experts.
Okay, got it. Umethi experts, uchaze Desiree Maghraf. If you know Bomb Productions, Bomb Productions iyona eyafika neyizo. If you've seen iyizo, yafika ne-Zone 14, yafika ne-Jacob's Cross, ifike nesibaya. They are the creators, the mind, but beyond that, have been in the game for decades. Bomb Productions was founded by Angus Gibson, Desiree Maghraf, no Tebogo Mahlatsi. I think that's why. A round of applause, please, for Sihle. Fire! Thank you for sharing your incredible story. Ngihleli lapha and I'm like, wow. Ungambuka umuntu kanti. So much history, so much depth. Thank you. Thank you for that. Siyabonga. Do we have any questions? We'll take 2 or 3 questions. 1. Wazadali. Emova, sirise, emova. Oh, bhuti kepisi uyaphuma nomuza phambili. Kwenzakalana ke. Waza siqoko. Siqoko emova. Khona faka isiqoko ade sukuma manje uyasabi mic. Okay, we've got our 3 people right here. Thank you so much. Roaming mic. Okay, 4th person. 4 questions only. Okay, being busy. Dad, listen. Oh, so shall we start? And we have 1 more speaker, please. It's not having 1 more speaker. 1 more speaker. You don't want to miss this. Please, question. Question. Oh, right here.
I wanted to ask, what is the biggest mistake you've made in your career and what it has taught you?
The biggest mistake I've ever made in my career and what it has taught me. Actually, the biggest mistake I ever made was downplaying my gift. And it taught me, if I play small, I will get small. So if I'm saying to someone, and the way you make saying, no, it's 2,000 rand, don't play small, because once you play small, you are going to be there for a very long time, and it's going to take even more energy and more hard work for you to elevate and switch up.
There's that time in between, like Susan is in Delhi, and then Suti Gabona Magic, but then even if Ungasho would say, okay, I'm not gonna give up, but then I know Zulale, Yinle as a motivator or it inspired to like carry on.
My mom. Look, guys, my mom is one of the most hardworking people I've ever met in my life, right? And in Ndaba you know. So if she can do it, so can I.
Sanibona, my name is Naledi Zondi, and I'm somewhere in the future, and I look much better than I look right now. My question to you is, in the time when you were not getting jobs, how much impact did God have in you moving forward?
I have dark knees. Maybe you'll see them tomorrow because I'm gonna wear a dress. And the reason why I have dark knees is because I pray. I honestly pray a lot. Because I know ukuthi uNkulunkulu beyangeka ngiphele isipho enginaso namhlanje if bewukuthi nje ufuna ukubukisa ngami. But I know ukuthi he planted something within me for a reason. I'm here to serve. So when he is ready to bless me with whatever it is that I'm meant to get, it will happen. So in the times between and that I'm waiting for them to open that door, I'm praising him in the corridor.
Sanibona, asanda, ngithinge mina ngicela umnyango nivulele. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you. Next question, please. There, behind you.
Thank you. You say hard work will be talent when talent fails to work. By the way, in the words of Somizi, both of you look vivacious and maybe I just should introduce myself. My name is Ndaba but I'm Tarati from Student TV. You speak of your story, and your story is one of perseverance. Maybe will we see your story in books, maybe in films in the near future?
Yes. There is a goal and a plan to do so. However, it's a bit more difficult than it looks. You know, you don't just click your finger and these things happen. However, yes, I would like to share my story in different mediums for other people to share in and hopefully get inspired.
Greetings to everybody. My question is this: what makes a great performer of all time so that you can copy? Yeah, what makes a great performer of all time so that we as the youth can copy and follow the footsteps that you have?
In my opinion, hard work and dedication, because it looks easy, and when somebody makes it look easy, then you must know that a lot of work has gone into it. I think people like Meryl Streep are just incredible actresses, but a process it's a very lengthy one. So you need to make sure when the opportunity presents itself, you are ready. So proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Yeah, very true. The thing I is be an honest performer. There's no bad actors. It's either you give an honest performance or it's a dishonest performance. Umuntu afika athi nomzamo mina ngiyakwazi ngathi yabona apha kunedektiwa bekikhamela kunedektiwa lelagama lithi action. Umuntu now is aware ukuthi khona ikhamera akasasho ukuthi sawubona sanibonani ninjani sanibonani ninjani, because you're aware of the camera instead of being honest with your performer here. A great performer is a great listener. If ngilalela ngiyakwazi ukuphendula, it's a call and response. Yabona manje ngilakuwena ngilani mina nawe manje. Angeke bana wonke umuntu la ngilani mina nawe. That's an honest performer. I listen, I speak, I respond. And we are here. All right, that's the end of our Q&A session. Please give it up for Sihle Ndaba. One more time. Yes, please. Thank you for being here. One more time for Sihle Ndaba. He is, when I was told of the story, Sabutsimo, and what he does, I realized ukuthi nomzamo, this humanitarian work, the charity work, or whatever it is that you think you're doing, go back to the drawing board and find other ways to remix it, to make it better.